Woo. Okay. Oh, hold. Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. I'm here today with my December TBR pool. There's a difference between TBRs and the TBR pools that I usually make. When I make a TBR, it usually means that I want to read all the books on that particular TBR list. But when I make a TBR pool, it means that these are the books from which I will choose books to read over the next month. So this month is another one of those TBR pool kind of months because December is the last month of the year and I just want to read something light. I don't want to pressure my brain too much. No heavy literature as such, except for a couple of books that are on the 20 books that I want to read in 2020 list. And other than that, I have not added many heavy books to this list. All of them, I think if I sit down, I will be able to finish them in about maybe 3-4 hours at the maximum. So I'm hoping that I will be able to enjoy these books like I intend to do in this last month, because December, as you know, as the last month of the year, as a booktuber, I feel that I have a bunch of videos that I need to film and put up, planning for next year, talking about this year's favorites, and there's a lot of planning that goes into this last month and the first month of the next year. So yeah, I've rambled on for way too long, it feels like. So without further ado, let's get into this video and let me share with you all the books that I have added to the TBR pool for the month of December. Quick note, I might not be able to read all of these. And so before we get on with the TBR pool video, I just want to butt in here and say that I have to add a few more books to my December TBR pool, and these books are those that I have to read no matter what. The first is the Drama Queenathon book club pick for the month of December, and that is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I think it's a kind of retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and it tells the story of the Queen of Hearts, and I am really excited to read this along with my book club. And I'm glad it got picked because a lot of people were also excited about it, and that makes me even more excited about reading any particular book for that matter. First up is a book that I will definitely read this month, and it would probably be the first book that I read in December, and that book is The Girl and the Goddess by Nikita Gill. I have been waiting so that I get some peace of mind so that I can savor this book. And this is supposed to be a novel in verse from one of my favorite authors, my favorite poets in the whole damn world. And I cannot begin to explain how excited I am for this. And I even put a bookmark thinking that I will start reading this sometime, but I did not start, and I've been waiting for the right time. I'm going to be sad when this is over, and that I can write, I can sign and give it to you for sure. Next up are 3 books that are part of the 20 books that I want to read in 2020 list. The first one is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I had added this to my October TBR, I think October or September, I can't remember, but I didn't get around to reading it because this is a chunker. Okay, I think this has about 800 pages, and I don't know if I will be able to read it, but I really want to because I did prioritize this at the beginning of the year, and to see that I have not gotten around to this, it sort of makes me feel bad. I think this is historical fiction set around World War II. I'm not sure. I really have no idea. Next is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is also... Oh, or did I confuse this with The Goldfinch? I'm not really sure, because this is set in World War II, and that I remember very well. Captures the epic panorama of World War II and illuminates an intimate part of history seldom seen, the Women's War. But you know what I love most about this book is its exquisite cover. Look at this work here. This golden design. Next is The 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. Ella Rubinstein. She has a husband, 3 teenage children, and a pleasant home. Everything that should make her confident and fulfilled. Yet there is an emptiness at the heart of Ella's life, an emptiness once filled by love. So when Ella reads a manuscript about the 13th century Sufi poet Rumi and Shams of Tabriz and his 40 Rules of Life and Love, she is shocked out of herself. Turning her back on her family, she embarks on a journey to meet the mysterious author of this work. It is a quest infused with Sufi mysticism and verse, taking Ella and us into an exotic world where faith and love are heartbreakingly explored. But I'm not really sure if I am in the mood for self-discovery and learning more about love and all that. And to this list, I like to add 2 more books, and those are books that I was not able to get to reading in November, and those are Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Reddy Edo Lodge and Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. I had thought that I would be able to start reading this at the end of November. I mean, at least on 30th November, which is the day I'm filming this video, but I am not able to do that. But these 2 are books that are on the 20 books I want to read in 2020 list also, as well as the other 3 that I have spoken about so far. But this one I will definitely read. My first read for December is probably going to be The Girl and the Goddess, and once I finish that I will pick this up and hope that I will be able to finish it. Next up are the publisher review copies, and first of this lot is Here is the Beehive by Sarah Crossan. This was sent to me by Bloomsbury India. Thank you, Bloomsbury, for the review copy. And this is a novel set in verse, I think. And it seems like a pretty easy read because usually novels set in verse are easier to read, and I really enjoy reading them. And I have been really excited to read this ever since I got the book. And another reason why I was obsessed is because Sarah Crossan's Toffee, which has a lot of acclaim across the readership. I've been wanting to read that for a long time, but this is her latest release, and I thought, why not start off with her latest release and just keep that in my Amazon wishlist and not buy it and put it on my TBR. Already heavy TBR, like I'm panicking now. Next is Ahalya by Koral Dasgupta. This was sent to me by Pan Macmillan India. Thank you, Pan Macmillan, for the review copy. And this is a short book. It has, I think, about 200 pages, and I know I will be able to read it and finish it sooner than soon. I've been hearing amazing things about this book. A couple of my friends have read it and they say that it is beautiful and that Koral Dasgupta has done a wonderful job in portraying Ahalya not just as a woman from mythology, but also as a woman who is so relatable to us in our daily lives, even in this time and age. So I was like, no more needed. I'm going to pick this up ASAP. Next is Christmas Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. I must say that I don't read according to the seasons. I will read any book at any time. I got this book last year around this time along with The Starless Sea. Penguin India very kindly sent it over to me. Thank you, Penguin India. And ever since I have not been able to read this, as you have seen the whole year go by. But I thought this would be a nice thing to do, maybe a year after I got the book perhaps, but still. And you know how much I love Sophie Kinsella. She's one of my favorite authors of all time, and I just had to add this book to my December TBR. Couldn't go without it. Next are the NetGalley arcs, and for this I have chosen only one book, and that is The Beauty of Your Face by Seher Mustafa. I've already added this to a couple of my TBRs before, but I was not able to get to reading it. So I thought at the end of the year, maybe, sort of cleaning up my TBR plus cleaning up by NetGalley shelf and actually pushing forward and starting the year on a hopeful note, maybe. I really don't know if that made sense because the sentence started off in one direction and ended up in a completely different direction. Next up are the Libro FM ALCs, and all these books are short. Some of them are just 1 hour long, and the longest one of them is about 4 hours long. And since I listen to it on like 1.5 or 2 hours, 2x speed, I think I can finish it faster than fast. But before I list out these ALCs, I just want to say that I have little to no idea about what these books are about. As you know, I like to go into a book blind and I like to be surprised by a book, so I won't be talking much about these. I'm just going to list them. If I have something to say, I'll say, but otherwise it's just going to be a quick listing out. The first of the Libro FM ALCs is All Along You Were Blooming by Morgan Harper Nichols. Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam, and this is something that I've been seeing people across the world read, and it sounds interesting. I think it was about 4 hours or 4.5 hours long the last time I checked. So I thought, why not add this here as well. Next is My Name is Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Strout and Rona Munro. This is non-fiction, I think. I'm not really sure. Next is On Cats by Charles Bukowski. I'm not really sure what kind of books Charles Bukowski writes. I only know that he is super popular. Next is Stamped: Racism, Anti-Racism and You by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi. This is another non-fiction, I think, and it's going to be an important one by the looks of it. And Jason Reynolds, I've heard so many good things about, and I've been really intrigued by his reputation, and I really wanted to read his books for a while now. So I went and requested for this book, as well as I got one other book which is on this TBR as well. Next is for a reaction video. I had asked you a long time ago whether you would like a reaction video for Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer, and you said yes, but I did not get around to doing it because one, September was the month which I was supposed to do it, but September was the month when that whole Instagram fiasco happened and it just pushed me down under, and I was not able to do it. And two, I don't know if you still want me to do the videos, so I'm just adding it here and I will try to do it. Next up are the books that I want to read. Like, these are random, light-hearted or easy to read books that I've chosen from my TBR and added to the December TBR pool. First of these is Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom, and I loved For One More Day by Mitch Albom, and I had thought that this would be my introduction to his books, but that did not happen. I ended up reading For One More Day and I loved it, so I'm really excited to read this one as well. Next is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds and illustrated by Chris Priestley. This is the book that I was talking to you about, that Jason Reynolds has written and that I bought after hearing so many good things about his books. And since it's a novel in verse, even though it's going to be hard-hitting, I know it's going to be hard-hitting, I feel like I can finish this soon while imbibing what the author is telling us in the story. And me being the biggest fan of novels in verse, I'm really excited to read this. The next 3 books are the Ember in the Ashes series, the first 3 in the Ember in the Ashes quartet, because the 4th book is releasing on 10th December. And I have had these books for so long. I thought, okay, finally it's time, since now it's going to be, you know, the conclusion is coming. I thought finally this is a good time to start reading these books. So I added it to my December TBR. I don't know how soon it's going to happen that I will finish the series, but I'm really excited to read them because I've heard phenomenal things about these books. And also, do let me know if you'd like to see a vlog for this. I will put up a poll. If you want to see a vlog of me reading these books, then I will definitely make some. Next up is The Pale Dreamer, a Bone Season novella by Samantha Shannon. As you know, the 4th in the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon. The 3 books I've got here, you can see them. The 4th in the series is releasing in January, and I thought this would be a good time to actually get started on that series, at least by reading the novella. And I have heard that these books are so thick with information that it would be a good idea to actually start with the novella, which actually lays the foundation for this series. Since it's about 110 odd pages, I'm thinking I will be able to read it. Next up is Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. This is an Hercule Poirot murder mystery, and I bought this because the movie was about to release, but the release has been getting postponed for ages now, and I don't know when that movie will release. So the moment the release date is announced, I will get on this. But I don't know, I don't think I can stay away from Agatha Christie because her books are so fast paced and I just want to read it. And I think I will actually pick this up because I love her books so much. Next up is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I have the ebook and I really want to read this because there are so many people who have gone bonkers about this book. They love it like crazy. They have cried, they have laughed, and they've said that it's been a while since a romance book has made me feel this much. And me, it's not been a while since I read a romance book. The Happy Ever After playlist made me cry like a baby, even All Your Perfects. And if they are feeling that way, then imagine what I will feel like. So I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I'm going to read it. Done. I mentioned Colleen Hoover. I had to mention Colleen Hoover because the next book is a Colleen Hoover book and I completely missed that point. And the book is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. And I won't say anything else because every Colleen Hoover book has that, it knows how to make me feel. It knows how to make me cry. Colleen Hoover thinks that, okay, if I am putting out a book, somewhere I'll put it out into the universe that somewhere, sometime, Sonali is going to read this book and she is going to cry. And it's like it's her life's mission to do that, you know. Next is Bahut Dur Kitna Dur Hota Hai by Manav Kaul. I don't know why I added this book to my TBR pool. Maybe it's because it's just 150 odd pages. Maybe it's because I really want to read Manav Kaul's writing because I've heard so many good things about his writing by now, and maybe it's a combination of the two. Who knows? Not me. Like, I'm the one making the TBR pool and I have no idea why I'm adding these books to my TBR pool. Like I'm some sort of a weird genius or what? Next is Coraline by Neil Gaiman, and I added this because it's Neil Gaiman. Plus, this is easy to read. It is illustrated and I love Chris Riddell's illustrations so much. And this combination makes me want to just, you know, faint and fall or something. Like, I don't even know why that reaction is coming to my head. But yeah, it makes me so excited. Next is Solitaire by Alice Oseman. I loved Radio Silence when we read it earlier this year. It was a group read for the month of June and all of us loved it so much, and we had a great discussion about it. And I feel like this is also going to be one book that I am really going to enjoy. This was a gift and it filled my heart so much to see this book come home as a gift from a very dear friend, and I'm just excited. I don't know words. Next is Madhushala by Harivansh Rai Bachchan. This is a very short book, but it's going to be heavy. This is, I think, about 80 pages long, but it's going to be super heavy because I know for a fact that Harivansh Rai Bachchan's writing, single one of his lines, his poetry is something that will make you think, something that is so full of emotions that it will make your head whirl. And even though I'm not really prepared for the onslaught, I feel like since this is a short book, I will be able to stretch my time and give it more time than I even originally intended. Next up is The Devotion of Suspect X by Kigo Higashino. I've only read Malice by this author before, and I love how that book affected you psychologically while solving the murder. And I thought, if that book is going to give me so much food for thought, it was going to twist my brain so much, what was The Devotion of Suspect X, which is so widely acclaimed, what is this book going to do to me? So I'm really intrigued, excited, and looking forward to reading this book. Next is My Man Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse, and I don't think I have to say anything about this book because it's a Jeeves book. It's by P.G. Wodehouse and it's going to be a laugh out loud, clutch your stomach and laugh until tears stream down your cheeks kind of book. The last in the December TBR pool is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I had seen this everywhere at one point in time, and especially after seeing it on Kritika's stories, Kritika from Ask the Book Bug on Instagram, I thought I need to get this book. I mean, there's nothing new with that, but if the whole combination, it sort of pushed me, and I deterred for a long time before I went and bought it. And I really want to read this book as soon as possible. Like, I don't know what else to say. That is the problem. Off the windswept Irish coast, guests gather for the wedding of the year. The setting is spectacular, the atmosphere alive, but as the guests toast the golden couple, Jules and Will, dark secrets begin to spill. And the wedding cake has barely been cut when someone is found dead. Okay, done. So those, I don't know if you can see them, it's all here. So those were the books on my December 2020 TBR pool, the last TBR video for this year, and I'm so glad this year is over and that 2021 is coming. There's hope yet. I feel like, at least I hope so. I hope there is hope. Okay, anywho, which of these books have you read? Which ones do you want to read? Which of these did you like? Which ones did you not like? Did you like my video? Which books are on your December 2020 TBR? Which books are you currently reading? Which book did you start off December with? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.